Hello and welcome back to everybody on the Wrestling and to another edition of Smackdown Out of 10. It is a big episode today because we are getting closer towards Survivor Series now. So yeah, we've got a lot of build for that, and we got some more matches than the last time is now tournament, including Carmelo Hayes versus Bronson Reed. So without further ado, let's get straight into things. And we opened up with Paul Heyman, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul and Bronson Reed hyping up War Games. The Usos interrupts and exchanged words with Paul's team. Cody was going to join the Usos but didn't show up. We got a backstage shot of Drew McIntyre leaving him knocked out in his own tool bus. The Usos ran back to check on him as the show went to break. Considering WWE usually makes opening segments longer than needed, this felt short and sweet. Not much accomplished aside from Rose being attacked, but I think they did it right without taking too much time up from the show. Moving on then to Ilya Dragunov's Open Challenge, and yeah, this time it was answered by JD McDonough. The two have fought many times in the Indies and WWE, so there's no love lost. Dragunov seemed to have the upper hand at first thanks to his striking ability, but McDonough used some dirty tactics to take control heading into the break. There was a hard-hitting fight that made both men look tough. Dragunov was bleeding a little, and JD's chest was beat red from strikes. While the former 205 Live regular put up a great fight, this was not a night to win his first singles gold, and after a back and forth, Dragunov won clean with his finish. Like every Dragunov Open Challenge, this is one that you need to see for itself, because yeah, this was really good. 8 out of 10. As we then moved on to the last time is now tournament with Hayes taking on Reed, who Nick Aldis warned backstage along with the rest of Heyman's crew before the show started. So I expect the Ozilla took control almost immediately. He's twice as big as Hayes, so the former NXT champ had a hard time regaining his composure and unloading on him. Hayes planted Reed with a DDT before the break, but the powerhouse was back in the driver's seat when we returned. Having Breaker, Heyman and Paul at ringside, Reed gave even more of an advantage. It was classic David v Goliath. Reed was dominant, while Hayes did a great job giving the crowd hope to make a comeback. The Uso came to Melee's defence when Breaker and Paul interfered. While Heyman had the ref distracted, Rose showed up, allowing Melee to win by countout. WWE didn't do this type of finish very often, but I thought it was a decent way to tell the story while giving Hayes the win. So yeah, 6 out of 10. As the next matchup saw Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa take on Fraxium. Ciampa seemed a little distracted by his feud with Ilya, so Fraxium was able to take control early and use high-flying offense to take out both opponents at ringside. DIY was able to regroup and show their opponents down as the show went to a break. We returned to see Ciampa and Gargano getting the win almost get the win with a shatter machine. DIY ended up getting a cheap win when the Ray pulled off Axiom's mask, and Gargano was able to pin him as he tried to cover up. It was a solid finish with a semi-creative ending that will keep the feud alive and probably lead to another decent match between the two teams. So yeah, 6 out of 10. The main event was another last time is now tournament match with Balor taking on Penta. The Prince got the early advantage, attacking Penta before he was ready, but Luchador didn't take long to regain his footing. WWE was smart to put this match in the main event because two of the most skilled competitors on the card, they only competed against each other for the first time this year, but since then there's been a handful of matches improved each one. Balor was in his usual heel act, which made Penta even more popular with the live crowd. Everything the masked man did seemed to get a reaction. After the Prince failed to hit the coup de grace, Penta was able to hit his destroyer to get the big win for him. So yeah, this gets 6 out of 10 for me. This was like I say, another good match. I think it's a win that will really benefit Penta. Obviously, I doubt he's going to win the tournament, but still, good stuff. And the show ended with the Women's War Game face team giving a promo to introduce their 5th member, AJ Lee. Their War Games opponents attacked them from behind and ended up taking out the baby faces. Becky Lynch, of course, becoming the other member of the team. I think it makes sense, and yeah, it's a stacked War Games match, one that I can't wait for. And this week's show on the whole seemed pretty average, but it ended up being one of the better recent episodes thanks to the 4-strong match and decent storyline developments. Depending on what you enjoy, I think we got something different in matches, but I really enjoyed the US title match. WWE's felt a little bland in recent weeks, so hopefully it's the start of heating things up. Hey guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.